So I want to kind of address everybody with a little bit of a talk today. I'll try to be brief. Probably won't be. I'm not very good at it. But I'm a very firm believer in this statement here that no significant learning occurs without a significant relationship. And over the years of teaching online, this is now year 8, I've come to see that this has to be a kind of center stage of what we try to do, because it's so unnatural. It's so much easier to have a relationship with students when you see them every day. And so I'm starting to kind of think, how can I help this? And I hope that many of you see that that having a relationship is a focus of what I'm doing, that the teaching part, right, actually occurs with things that can be done automated. There's a lot of learning in this situation that occurs without you needing me to be there. It's very humbling to know how little students need teachers if the instruction is done well. And I hope you have found that the instruction I'm providing you is done well, and it can be done once. But then I can turn my attention to how the relationship develops, and it can be incredibly individualized because it's not so public, right? In the classroom, what we discuss is always public, and in this situation, everybody has a bit more individualized attention from me, even if you haven't thought about it like that. But let's go back to this relationship. Well, how do you develop a relationship? What's the basis behind a relationship? And I think the answer to that is trust, right? Trust is the backbone of a good relationship. And what is trust, and how does one develop it? And I like this picture because I think this shows, the 6 parts that do make up trust. Sincerity. I hope you will always see that. I always ask myself a simple question: do I sincerely want students and other people in my life to do their best? And if I don't answer that question yes, I have to ask myself why. And sometimes it's as simple as, well, this person did this to me. And then you have to kind of understand, oh, well, that doesn't really matter. That look at the circumstances around, A student didn't answer me. They didn't respond. Should I hold some sort of grudge against that? And the answer is no, I shouldn't, because I don't know what's going on with the student. And I can just ask that they respond. And I think over time you'll find that you'll want to respond. I'm reliable. I'm committed to you doing your best. Integrity. You'll see that it's very easy in online situations for teachers to overlook when they don't think the students are doing their work, or overlook the standard by which they hold students to. And you'll find I won't do that. If I think you haven't done your work, I'm going to talk to you about it. All right. I'm competent. I know the subject matter very well. I look at it all the time. I'm very interested in it. And consistency, you'll see, a lot like reliability, right? I'm going to be there doing the same thing every day because I honestly, really, truly believe in doing my best. Now, trust and relationships are not one-sided, right? I can't want you to be successful more than you want to be successful. And you can trust me, but I also need to be able to trust you. And why am I doing this week? Well, this discussion is happening right before everybody's going to be taking unit assessments. And this is the hardest time to really keep that trust, because it's just trust, right? Nobody is watching you take your assessments. It's just you, and you're the judge until otherwise, right? You're the one holding yourself to the standard of taking the test from memory. Mostly math students can have a formula sheet. So AP Stats kids, there's a formula page. Advanced Math 1 and 2 students, you can use your concept maps with the formulas. AP Psychology, you're taking this 100% from memory, right? When you walk into the AP exam, you're going to have a pencil. And I have one more thing that I hope will help is, this is true for me too, right? My basketball coach always said, you practice like you play, and you want to make big things happen. You want to do the best on your AP exam, then you practice it every day. And you trust, so I trust you to do that, and you trust me not to be overly harsh or make you redo a whole lot of stuff if you make mistakes, right? Learning is a process. We're constantly going to go back over things to make sure that you can be successful. And if most of the time I just ask students to do corrections for their mistakes, And at that point, you can go back and look it up. But take it this time, when you take it the first time around, do it from memory. Make it be a little bit painful. If you don't know something that causes an emotional reaction, oh, I'm mad at myself, I don't know this, right? Why didn't I study this? Or it makes you feel a little bit stressed. Oh, what's going to happen if I don't know this? Feel the stress. That's okay. It's good practice. And then we'll go over your mistakes and we'll make sure that you're successful and that you continue to work towards your goals. Okay? So let's work on trust this week, and have a great weekend.